Okay, so there was this therapist, and he had this young lady come in, and then she told him, says, I need some help. I, had this fear of being buried alive in a box for most all my life. He said, has anyone ever tried to bury you in a box before? She went, well, no. But to truly think about it just really scares me and makes me feel horrible. Uh, and so then, and she's like, I can't go through tunnels. I can't be in houses or cars or just kind of boxy things. And so the therapist says, so what you're saying is that you're claustrophobic. And she's like, well, yeah, that's it. He said, okay, ma'am, I'm going to say two words to you right now. I want you to take it in, soak it, think about it, and then I want you to leave out here and let it resonate with you and let it incorporate it in your life. And she says, should I write down? He said, well, you can if it makes you feel comfortable, but most people tend to remember two words. So she said, all right, well, that's fine. He said, all right, here we go. Two words. Stop it. So what? He says, stop it. He said, I don't understand. He said, you know, it's amazing. As many people I come across that I tell them this, and they say the same thing back to me. It's only two words. Word one, S-T-O-P, new word, I-T. And she said, so what you're saying is just stop it. Yes. And she said, all right. He says, so is there anything that you want to talk about? And she starts telling me, I have problems with men. He says, stop it. And she said, okay, but I bite my nails. He says, stop it. And she says, but I can't. He says, just stop it. She's like, okay, but I feel, I stick my fingers in my mouth. I'm bulimic. He says, stop it. And she says, but I'm compelled to. My mom says, he said, no, we don't go there. And she says, but my horoscope says, he said, we definitely don't go there. And she says, but I have these self-destructive relationships with men. He says, stop it. And she says, I can't do it. He says, I tell you what, I got 10 words for you. Write this down. She said, okay. He says, you ready? I said, yeah, I'm ready. Tell me what it is. He says, stop it or I'm going to bury you in a box alive.